I was just thinking, I got some questions today from a first-time soon-to-be investor, a move-up investor, which means they already own a home and they're going to take that home and make it property number one in their investment portfolio. It's a great strategy for first-time 101 investors to get in the door without needing the large down payment for closing costs in order to buy like a real rental property that you are not ever going to live in. This is a great strategy. So she was asking me some questions today, and I thought I would share those here on this vlog. There we go. Okay, so she said, how do I know if I'm ready? I keep talking myself in and out of it. And were there some things that you wish you knew before you got started? Yeah, there's about 10,000 things I wish I knew before I got started and that I learned along the way, because you just don't know what you don't know. I mean, there's just no doubt about that. You're always going to learn things. You're always going to have the unexpected. It's impossible to fully be prepared. You will never be prepared. It's like the joy of having a baby and a child, and the joy of getting married, and the joy of traveling to Europe. Like, you're just never ever gonna know everything. So there's always going to be a level of risk in everything you ever do in life. And implementing the move-up strategy is definitely going to have some risk. It just is. So how do you weigh that risk? How do you know you're ready? Well, I say if you're at the intersection of able and willing, if you're able, meaning you're financially capable, because even though she's in the move-up strategy and she already has the asset and she doesn't need the large down payment, she will need money for reserves. Period. You just need a reserve account. What does that mean? I say start with 6 months of the cost of the property to carry it. If you don't have that, start with 3. But don't do it for much less than that. If you don't have 3, just give it some time and save up a little bit. And that would be to carry whatever the whole costs of the asset are, okay? You don't want to go into debt over this. It's an expensive business. I mean, that's just all there is to it. You're going to have some capital. I'm sorry to break the news. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not start today for $19.99. Like, you're dealing with real estate. That is like the most expensive asset that most people ever own is real estate. So it's going to have a money element, and you just need to accept that. You don't need a $500,000 to start, but you need a few months. And I would say 3 months is the lowest amount of reserves you need as a first-time investor. Okay, and that means you're carrying expenses for the property. So if it costs you $1,500 for taxes, insurance, and your mortgage, times 3 months would be $4,500. Okay, that would be your reserve account. And then what you want to do is start building up that reserve account and adding more money to it as much as you can. Okay, so there's that. And then so that's the able. The willing is, are you willing to do this? Are you willing to move? Are you willing to turn this into investment property? Are you willing to play the long game? Are you willing to go on the journey? Is your why strong enough? You know if your why is strong enough. That's nothing I can ever tell you. But you know in your heart, you know in your spirit, follow that. You know you better than anybody in the world. Believe it or not, you spend the most time with yourself in the whole wide world. And even if you abdicate a lot of your decisions, you still know you better than you might think. So define that, confirm that. If you're able and willing, you're ready, okay? And you will never know everything. There will always be risk. The key to getting ahead is getting started, according to Mark Twain, and I would agree, as long as you're ready, as long as you're able and willing. And, you're never ready and you're always ready. So you'll just have to decide, is the time right for you? As you know, timing in life is pretty much everything. So you get to decide that. So after I gave her this advice, she said, hey, if you ever start a YouTube channel, let me know, and I'd like to be the first subscriber. So in her honor of being the first subscriber to our YouTube channel, I thought I'd make the first vlog about her questions. All right, well, I hope this helps you out there, and I hope this helps you, my first YouTube subscriber. out here that I met in near Boulder, Colorado. Have a good day and hope this helps somebody out there in the world.